Hello guys, day number 2. I did it! Yay! I thought that my muscles would be like in pain, that I wouldn't be able to exercise as much as yesterday, because yesterday the first exercise I did, I was like, I have to be really thorough, I have to do it right, I can do this, I can make everything. And by the end of the last exercise I was like, okay, I can do one more in 10 seconds if I'm really careful. It was hard. But so I thought it would be harder the second day, but it's not. It surprised me because it was a bit easier to keep up with the videos. So I guess tomorrow I'm gonna be all in pain, dying. I don't enjoy this. I have to say, I have to say it right now. I do not enjoy the exercises, but they are made very well. Like when you are working on the arms and you're thinking, oh my gosh, my arms cannot take anymore, then the next exercise doesn't involve arms. I have to say it's really great. I appreciate it, that because I could make the first video today. I could make it with smaller pauses between the sections, and I could do the whole section in one going, which I wasn't able to do yesterday. So I think they're really well made, and I really recommend it. They're in the description. Go try it. And with me, we are gonna go to the today's recipes. So the first recipe I have for today is for, I'm gonna read this because I haven't used this word in English ever, and this is called it's a soup, and it's cauliflower soup. Cauliflower. Is this white thing that looks like broccoli? But it's not. If you use another word, let me know in the comments, please. And I'm gonna tell you the recipe because this is really easy. And actually, when you try to lose weight, soups are your friend. Soups are what you want to do, except for the cream ones. When you put cream in a soup, it's not dietary. But if you have like chicken soup or cauliflower soup or leek soup, I'm gonna give you the recipes in the future, but these are really like low on fat and high on nutrition, and you can eat basically the whole soup in one day. But I'm not able. I'm getting like two bowls of the soup a day, and I still have enough. I made this yesterday, and I have it for today and for tomorrow. At the end of the challenge, I'm gonna put out the recipes I'm gonna put out anyway. The recipes are on my blog. You can find it in the description. Let me know if it works. I still don't know. I hope it works. For the soup, you need just one cauliflower. I'm gonna show it. I have everything in my freezer. This is a magic freezer, and there's everything in it. And I put some cauliflower. Can you see that? Yes, it's focused. Yes. So I put like this bag of vegetable. I have some carrot here. I have some leek here. I have a lot of meat here. Actually, I can show you how my freezer looked at the start of the challenge. Did you see that? Did I forget to put it in? Never mind. I started to put the vegetable, to cut it and put it in the freezer, and then just use it when I need. And I find this takes time. It took like 4 hours to chop and make every vegetable that's in here. But now for the next 14 days I don't have to buy and chop any vegetable. Well, I will, but I don't need to, you know? Anyway, about the soup, you need the cauliflower, cauliflower, and then some seasoning. That's all you need. And you put the cauliflower in hot water. You cut it in pieces. The smaller pieces, the faster it will cook. And you cook it in hot water until it's soft, really soft. You put in, I put in the, I have the recipe right here. I put in the, we have this soup seasoning in Czech, it's called podravka, and it's basically like 70% of salt and then some carrot and I think potatoes and parsley, I think that's what it's called. It's like carrot but white and stuff like that. So it's like a soup seasoning if you have something like that. I've put like 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoon of the seasoning into the whole soup, and it's like 8 to 9 servings of soup. So it's really just a really small portion. I've put like half teaspoon of pepper, but I have to say this batch was a bit too much peppery for me. So you have to try it. You have to learn what kind of amount of pepper you want in your soup. And then I added just 1/4 of the teaspoon of something called mace. I had to actually find it in a translator. Wait, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, I think this is
mace.
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 Mace. So that's what I added to the soup. If you need to salt it more, add some salt. I don't salt much, so I just add the soup seasoning and that's it. I don't add any more salt. And you just cook it. And that's it. And when it's cooked, you can use the mixer to like smush it, mix it, blend it. So it's like a puree kind of soup. And it's awesome. I love it. I make it for myself all the time and for my husband as well. So that's one recipe for today. And the next one. And the next one. You probably are expecting this because I told you yesterday. Today I'm gonna give you a recipe for the filled mushrooms with potatoes. They were delicious. That was like the best food I've made in a long time, except for the mushroom risotto I give you recipe today and the cauliflower soup. Anyway, I'm making just the recipes, just foods that I like. Well, I'm trying to experiment a lot with diet foods, but in the years of dieting, I've developed my own recipes, which are really good, really low on fat, not really high on carbs, and really delicious. So I'm just making this one. I made for the first time actually, and I thought I didn't know how it's gonna turn out. I used mushrooms. I'm gonna tell you which mushrooms. Where is the recipe? Yeah, over here. The Agaricus campestris. Agaricus campestris. In Czech we call them champignons. And I got like 500 grams of mushrooms, and I cut them so I've made a hole in them so I can fill them, and I use the rest of the mushrooms to the mushroom with chicken with mushrooms I made yesterday, because I made both these meals yesterday, but I ate them today as well. Yeah, for the filling I use the Balkan cheese. It's something like feta, but not really. It's not that salty, it's not that creamy, it's just a different kind of cheese, but it's like feta. If you don't have Balkan cheese in your country, just use feta. I got some mozzarella light, and I got some cottage, the cheese cottage, and oh my god, what is this word? Wait, oh, it's great. So I grated like on grate, I grated the mozzarella and the Balkan cheese, and I mixed it with the cottage cheese, and I put in some salt and pepper and a lot of garlic, because we all love garlic in this in this household. So I put a garlic in there, and I mixed it all together, and I put it in the mushrooms. I put the mushrooms on the baking pan with the baking paper, just put it on, and I covered it with the aluminium foil, and I put it in the oven. I didn't know what's gonna happen. What surprised me was that the mushrooms left a lot of water. So no problem, no problem. Don't panic. Everything's okay. I just took the mushrooms out with the spoon, and I left them dry on the napkins or paper towels or whatever. I've put it in there for like 35 minutes, but in our oven. And after the 20 minutes, I took the cover off, so it would boil a little and it would be thicker, I'd say, at the top. Anyway, in the meantime, I peeled some potatoes. I put them in the hot water, and I boiled them just until the potatoes are soft. You know, when you stick them with words, it's about midnight right now, so words are not coming to my mind. I don't know how I'm gonna make tomorrow. Yeah, so you make the potatoes, and you make the mushrooms, and then you just take them all together with another diet tip. When you are making the meals, you should put, if you think that you have just a small portion of the meal, there are some tricks to trick your mind. You can use small plates. If you use small plate, it looks like you have a lot of meal on it. Also, you can add some vegetable, so you can like enlarge the meal, so you can fill yourself. But this when you look at the plate, this portion of the meal was enough for me, and the same portion was for my husband, and we both were filled, so it's okay, you know. Anyway, my battery is dying. I need to go to sleep, so I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye.